Welcome back to my kitchen. As promised in the last video, I'm making a shepherd's pie. And I've started a few of the ingredients. One of the ingredients, I've got other stuff, the other ingredients here ready to go. And let me just show you what all goes into a shepherd's pie. Now there's all different ways to make a shepherd's pie. This is the shepherd's pie my mom taught me how to make, and we were raised on it, and it's delicious and it's super, super easy. So, but first of all, before we get started, for those of you who watched my last video, look how cute this turned out. Can we talk about how cute this turned out? Oh, hey. Oh, see my new purse? Isn't that cute? Oh, my new purse. Is that not adorable? I freaking love it. I took the long strap off of it. I just love it. So cute. Anyway, I have it up here on the counter because I had to get into it. And I've got to get my hair up because it's hot in here. My AC was set on 72, and that's been fine for most of the day, right? That's been okay. But now that I'm up and moving, I've got the stove going, I'm about to turn the oven on. Mama can't take it. I just cannot. It's too hot for me. So, and I'm wearing it's a long sleeve, but it's really super thin. I don't know what we're doing here. What are we doing here? We're just getting our hair up, okay? Let's just not worry about it. Let's just get our hair up, okay? All right. Like I was saying, there's different variations of shepherd's pie. This is my version. Actually, it's not my version. It's my mama's version. So what you're going to need, first of all, is hamburger meat. When I was growing up, my mom always used just a pound of hamburger meat because it was me and my sister and her, and we didn't, although we loved food and we ate pretty much everything, we didn't eat a lot. So she would use a pound, but my herd is much bigger. So I'm going to use 2 pounds of hamburger meat. I always get the 80-20. If I'm out of breath, you're going to have to forgive me there too, because there's been rain, and y'all know how my lungs do with rain. They just don't. So you guys will be seeing the more rain we get this fall and the colder it gets outside, my lungs are I'm going to have lung problems. So that's all right. We just push through like we have our whole life. Okay, so you're going to need 2 pounds of hamburger meat. You're going to need a whole onion chopped and diced, which I've already done. Now, I always cook with purple onion. Sometimes I'll cook with a sweet Vidalia onion, but you can do whatever you want. Aldi has... Hey, Stacy! Stacy Sly, my sweet friend that I met on YouTube, is sending me a text. So if you see me go like this, it's because I've got a text popping up. Anyway, I like to cook with purple onion and sweet Vidalia onion, but we do a lot of our grocery shopping at Aldi, and so they always have those big bags of onions, or Walmart will have the big bag of purple onions, so that's what I'll grab. You're also going to need a can or 2 of corn. Like I said, I'm doubling the recipe, so let's just all pretend like we have a big family to cook for. So 2 pounds of hamburger meat, 1 whole onion, 2 cans of corn. All I could find in my pantry was 1 can of sweet corn, but in my freezer I had a bag of sweet corn. So I went ahead and dumped them in a bowl because I'm going to put some butter on there, a little bit of sugar, and I'm going to nuke it in the microwave before I put it in my casserole. Now I normally, if I'm just using canned corn, I wouldn't do that, but this is frozen, so we need to get it unfrozen. So we're going to put a little butter and sugar. So we've got our country crock. I'm a fan of real butter, but I don't have any right now. Okay, so over here, I got a new tripod too. Over here, I already have, I can't remember, there's probably 7 or 8 potatoes peeled and cut up, and they're boiling. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our hamburger meat and our onions, and we're going to get that browning. So let's scoot y'all over here. Shane rearranged the kitchen a little bit, so how's that? That's kind of perfect. Okay. Another ingredient you're going to need is at least 1 dog. 2 is even better to keep your floor clean in case you drop scraps. So I don't know where Pete and Repeat are. Where's my dogs? I don't know, but when I start cooking the hamburger meat and onions, they're going to be in here and they're going to be scrounging around looking for anything that I accidentally drop. So having cats or dogs or something around is always a plus. It keeps your floor clean. Not really, but you know what I mean. Here we go. Oh, and then you have to steal your husband's apron. It says your opinion wasn't in the recipe. Oh, there they are. Oh, hey, I was just talking about you. Where's your partner in crime? Okay, so we're going to get our hamburger meat. Let's go ahead and put it on a medium heat right here. Let's get our big giant knife that we got from Godmorn. This was a YouTube review that I did. It's back in the archives. It's a Godmorn knife. It's an amazing knife. Shane needs to sharpen it. We've had it for several years now, but they contacted me from Godmorn and asked me if I would review it. And it's really a great knife. And it's pretty much the only dicing, chopping knife that we use. We're kind of obsessed with it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get our hamburger meat in here and get it going. If you are a vegetarian, if you are a vegan, if you are low carbing, this recipe is not for you, and I'm sorry. Unless you take it and you change it up and make it vegan, vegetarian, or low carb. I personally have tried all of those, and you know, I'm just a good old girl from good old Oklahoma, and I like to eat food, so I just don't try. I even tried fruitarian one time. Anyway, next, let's move on. This has meat, potatoes. It's old school, it's down home cooking, and if you're following a certain lifestyle, then you don't even want to watch. But here we go. Let's start browning your hamburger meat. So I've got that on a medium heat. We're going to go ahead and put our onion in there. Look how pretty that is. You know who I would love to hang out with for a day? Ree Drummond. I'd love to hang out with her for a day. She's just a good old country girl that likes all kinds of food too. So I've learned that life's too short to just, you need to take care of your body and watch what you eat for the most part, but life is so short, you guys, that we don't need to kill ourselves trying to have the perfect body. Okay. We only need to be healthy and happy. That's all. Healthy, happy, and know Jesus. Knowing Jesus, that's the number one. To know Jesus is the most important decision you'll ever make in your whole life. But this isn't a preaching video. This is a cooking video. But he does love you more. I'm just saying. Okay, so let's get this going. Got our potatoes boiling back here. We got our hamburger meat boiling. We've got our vacuum cleaners down here to pick up after us. Okay. So what this is going to be is this is going to be a layered casserole. So what happens is and I'll show you all of this, but just real quick, it's a layered casserole. So you're going to get a casserole dish. Your hamburger and onions are going to be the first layer. Then you're going to put a layer of corn, and then you're going to put a fat layer of homemade mashed potatoes made with real potatoes, milk, and butter. And then you're going to smother the whole thing in cheese, and then you're going to put it in the oven. Then you're going to come over to your stove, and you're going to make a side of brown gravy, because you're going to want to pour a little brown gravy on top. Or you can make a side of white gravy, or another way I have done shepherd's pie is make a Mexican twist on it, wherein in the hamburger and onions, I will put taco seasoning, and then I will get a Mexican-style corn, and then I will get a Mexican-style cheese, and I'll just make the whole thing a Mexican dish. But we're not doing that this time. We're just going to make it a normal one, and then some brown gravy on top, and you just pour that brown gravy over your shepherd's pie. It's a whole thing. I'll show you. Just look, one thing at a time, right? Okay. I'm going to quit talking. I'll get back to y'all. Real quick, let's go ahead and add a little salt. My mom got me these salt and pepper shakers. Aren't they cute? right here. So cute. The only thing is the salt and pepper comes out real fast, so you got to be careful. My mom bought them for me, and then she showed me how to use them. Thank God for Mom. So we're going to put some salt and pepper on there, and that's really all we need. Let's get this brown, and I'll come back to you. Okay, so while our hamburger meat's going and our potatoes are boiling, we're going to go ahead and prep our corn. And like I said, if you have a couple cans of corn, this isn't necessary. But my corn's frozen. So I learned this from Alex. I had heard about it, but I never really did it. So my oldest son, Alex, was doing this the other night. He was making corn. So you just get a little bit of sugar here. Sprinkle that over. Probably about 2 tablespoons of sugar. Let's do a little bit more. Just kind of eyeball it. That's a choice, just to make your corn a little sweeter, okay? Then we're going to take a big old bunch of butter. Looky here. I don't need anybody leaving comments about how fattening this is. Okay, here we go. We're going to put this in the microwave. Over here. Bam, bam. Let's go stick this in the microwave for a few minutes. We're going to put that on for 2 minutes. Also, another thing you need to do is be sure and preheat your super dirty oven. So we're going to preheat this to 350 and get that going. Still haven't cleaned my oven. What of it? Next step. Okay, we have got our browned hamburger meat. I drained the grease off. Hamburger and onions in our casserole dish. Okay, first layer. Get that done. Get that in your casserole dish. The next thing we're going to do is mash these potatoes up. So y'all come sit right back over here, and let's get some potatoes mashed. Okay, we're going to put them right back in the pan. Everybody knows how to mash potatoes. I wish I had more potatoes, but I don't. I had like 7 regular sized potatoes. We can come over here so y'all can see what's going on here. So the first thing we're going to add is some butter. Another thing, I wish I had some real butter, but I don't. We're going to throw a lot of butter in there, about like that. Okay. We're going to throw some milk in there. I just have a little bit left. And then I'm mashing this old school style. Okay. If you've got a mixer, which I do, you can mix them up if you want, but I like doing it this way. I don't like smooth, creamy potatoes. I like lumpy potatoes. Am I the only one? I like a lumpy potato. Yeah, I need about 3 or 4 more potatoes, but that's okay. We're going to use what we got. I've made shepherd's pie with instant potatoes before, and it's just not the same. It's just not the same. Okay. We're going to put some salt and pepper in our potatoes. Okay, salt, pepper. Pepper. There's salt. I am even going to get crazy and add some garlic powder, because potatoes are boring if you don't put any fluff on them, okay? Put some garlic powder in there. Okay. These mashed up real easy. See that? Mashed up real easy. Okay. So that's pretty good. Okay. Next thing we got to do is get our corn out of the microwave. Nope. Not quite done. You know what? We can roll with it. It's fine. It's still cold, but it's going to cook in the oven. So let's stir this butter up in there. Stir that sugar. Stir that butter. Here, don't look at me. Look at the corn. Okay, this is definitely going to need another minute or 2. Okay, hang tight. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're so crooked. If we are, I'm sorry. I'm not a filmmaker. Okay, so we've got our hamburger meat in our casserole. Hamburger onions, okay, salt and pepper. The next thing we're gonna do is get our corn. Okay. Woohoo. Come on down here. The party's down here. Okay. We're gonna take our corn, stump it right out in the middle, juice and everything. Okay. Spoon, and we're just gonna spread it out. Just like that. Now we put our mashed potatoes on. I'm getting excited. Kips is waiting anxiously. Here's our potatoes. Right smack on top. Right smack on top. Bam, look at that. That probably is enough potatoes. I was thinking it wasn't gonna be, but I think we're gonna be just fine. Kips is dying to lick the bowl, but not gonna happen. He already had some tuna right now, or earlier, so maybe we'll let him lick the spoon. Okay. And then you spread this out, nice and pretty. Oh, these potatoes came out perfect for me. Like I said, if you want a creamier potato, then add a little more milk and use your mixer. But I like chunky potatoes. I like to, you know, I need some structure in there. Okay, now normally I would like a thicker layer of potato. Like, I like my potatoes to be about that thick. But like I said, I'd need about 4 more potatoes, and I ran out, so this is what we've got so far. The next thing we're gonna do is take our cheese. I've got Colby and Monterey Jack. And once again, you can use just cheddar. I recommend using cheddar, Colby, something, but this is what I had in the fridge. So here we go. You know what? Let's just dump the whole thing on there. Let's not be shy. Let's not be shy. Okay. So before you do this recipe, wash your hands real good, because your hands are going to be all up in it. It's a handsy recipe. Look at that, y'all. What? You know what else would be a little bit good? Hang on. This is one I haven't done before. This is one I haven't done before, but just to give it a little color and just a little bit more flavor, let's go ahead and put some parsley flakes on top. Isn't that pretty? Kind of like a garlic bread. We already put a little bit of garlic in our potatoes. You know what else I've been craving lately, you guys, is lentil soup and beans and ham and cornbread. I'm just waiting on the weather to change, that's all. Okay, looky there. Can you see, if you have a clear casserole dish, you can see your meat, corn, potatoes, the layer of them inside. Okay, let's go put it in our dirty oven. You're gonna put it in here for about 30 minutes. And when it comes out, it's going to be amazing. Oh, hang on. Or not, just come with me. Come on, come with me. This is my pantry. The mess that my pantry is. Do you see my pantry? There's stuff in the pantry, on the floor. There's stuff on the door. If my life is too organized, then I just feel like tired. So I don't need so much organization in my life to where everything's perfect. So this is how I live. semi-organized. What we're gonna need is brown gravy. So I have these little guys from the Dollar Tree, and I've got, look, real life, I still have folded towels on the table that need to be put away. Okay, we're gonna get out 1 packet of brown gravy. There's also white gravy. I mean, if you guys buy gravy, taco seasoning, I mean, I've got taco seasoning, brown, ooh, I've got McCormick brown gravy. We're gonna do that instead of Great Value. I bought brown gravy because I didn't think I had any, but these little blue things right here, these little containers, I have got all my little packets and seasoning in there because it's awesome. Okay, so this, you just follow the directions. I'm not gonna get crazy and get on here and show y'all how to do it. It's brown gravy, follow the directions, make a little side, and so the next time you see me, it's gonna be me serving up a plate of shepherd's pie with a side of brown gravy. You're gonna get it. Alex is texting me. I'm getting all kinds of texts. Maybe one day I'll be a big YouTuber making a whole bunch of money and I can buy the camera and the computer and the lighting and all the equipment. But until then, we just use our phone and we read everybody's texts as they come in while I'm filming. It's a beautiful thing. It's ready. Shepherd's pie, brown gravy. Oh. Let's fix up some. What do you say? I don't know if you guys can see. There we go. Shane, this is ready. Are you trying to get in on this or no? God love him. Shane's low carbing, and I'm like, are you trying to get in on this? And he's like, a little bit.
All those beer kind of fill me up. But
like, I just want you to see how pretty it is.
it looks great.
Isn't that pretty?
Like it really, I'm impressed with the looks of it. That's too much for me. That's too much for me. So
Well, this is for me.
That's your ball.
I'm not serving you any. I didn't know if you wanted any.
Okay.
If you want some, I'll make you some.
No, that's all right. I'll get my own spoonful.
It's probably boring for you.
Well, you do.
Shane's
like
not a big shepherd's pie guy. I what?
I said, well, you do have brown gravy.
I do. This isn't a normal shepherd's pie tradition. This is kind of a Shane thing. He came up with it, so I tried it once, and it's the bomb. So it's what's happening. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Shepherd's pie to me is a little bit dry.
Shepherd's pie, y'all.
A little bit bland.
You know what?
So
you could.
It needs just a little love with it.
Oh, hey, we haven't seen you in a while.
Lucky you.
I mean, I've seen him, but y'all haven't. Let me give it a little whirly taste.
Got my Fender shirt on for the OU game.
Yes, the OU game comes on in what, in an hour?
1 hour.
Which is one reason we made shepherd's pie. I don't know. Shane's low carbing, so I hate to do it to him, but what's the house rule that you made?
The diner doesn't change its menu for one customer.
That's right. So if there is 6 people, my battery's gonna die. If there's 6 people in the family, and 1 or 2 people decide to go down another road, such as a low carb road or whatever,
A diet or
the menu doesn't change just for you. Because I'm not low carbing. I don't do that anymore. Okay, let's try this. Do you see that? That's what I think.
is this enough gravy?
I mean, it's
Is
good.
Alex coming home?
I don't know.
Why does
I don't know. if Dalton's coming down or if Alex is coming home. I don't even know what the kids are doing.
Late for them.
I know. I sent Alex a picture. Dalton and Alex have been asking for shepherd's pie for 2 days. The day that I make it, Alex isn't home and he stayed up real late, so he's still in bed or whatever. Are you tasting it on camera? Because I can already tell you it's the bomb.
Here's mine.
Oh my God.
See it?
You're running it.
Parsley flakes. You can look at the heat
Isn't
coming
that
off
pretty?
of it. That steam. That almost looks CGI, doesn't it?
What? Huh?
It almost looks CGI.
I don't know what CGI is.
Computer generated.
Did you make that up?
No, it's a real thing.
Are you going to taste it? And tell everybody what you think? Or
It's
I think it needs a little salt or blow on it.
I put a little salt on mine.
Yeah.
I'm watching American Psycho until the game comes on, so I have to get back to it.
I love shepherd's pie. The thing with shepherd's pie, though, is you're going to be hungry again in a few hours. So you got to come back and get more.
It's good. I put a lot of salt on mine because I'm a sodium freak.
You are.
And I put some gravy on mine.
I put gravy on mine,
And I
too.
put some parsley flakes on mine. It's good.
It's really good. And, you know, a lot of people put peas and carrots.
I
There's
don't
a
like
lot
it
of...
with corn.
Would you want me to try it with peas and carrots?
Maybe.
He's like a picky eater. I'm not. He's a picky eater. But you know what? I can't make everybody happy all the time. I just cook and then it's what's for dinner. You know, and everybody else is more than welcome to come in here and make whatever they want. That's good, y'all. Okay. I'm going to go eat my shepherd's pie. I might have to have seconds. I'm going to watch OU football because that's my life and I love it. God bless the Sooners. And I'll holler at y'all next time. I love you guys. The Lord loves you more. You can go make you a shepherd's pie.